Everyone is getting so excited preparing for the U.S. ASEAN Special Summit, and I'm sure you're reflecting on the U.S. relationship to ASEAN, Southeast Asia, and of course, Singapore. So when you reflect on all these relationships, what makes you optimistic?
Well, first of all, the relationship between the United States and Singapore is at an all-time high. We share strong people-to-people ties, an excellent security relationship, as well as strong business relationships. There's over 5,400 U.S. companies here in Singapore, and they represent about 250,000 jobs abroad. So I'm very proud to be here and excited to continue what's already been happening, which is a very strong relationship between our countries.
The relationship is very strong. And I know that even though there have been many COVID restrictions, Singapore has had many official visitors from the United States. Could you just share a few names with us?
Well, first of all, I welcome everyone to follow me on Twitter, which is U.S ASAN, and you can see all the cool things that are happening here in this country. But to answer your question specifically, we've had the Secretary of Defense here, we've had the Vice President come to visit. I was recently fortunate enough to bring the Prime Minister to D.C., where we met with many members of the cabinet, with the President himself, again with the Vice President. So Prime Minister Lee and Singapore have enjoyed an excellent diplomatic relationship with our country. And since I've been here, we've had a number of high-level visitors here and sent a number of high-level visitors off to the United States.
And also, we both know how many U.S. government programs have had such an incredible impact in Singapore. And we can't talk about them all because that would take hours, but perhaps you could describe one of those programs.
Well, one of the programs that we're most proud of is the Third Country Training Program. This is where Singapore and the United States help to educate and learn from other ASEAN countries. We'll pick topics like cybersecurity, like defense security, and we'll meet with many young leaders around the region in order to help them understand the Singaporean thinking, the United States thinking, and share ideas for best practices. So I'm quite proud of this program.
I am too, and I'd love to unpack that with you a little more, but I know I don't have a lot of time. But I do have just one more question for you. Since you were the founding CEO of the Melt, you have a great interest in food. You're a foodie. So since you've been in Singapore, have you discovered any delicacies or snacks that we all need to give a taste?
Yeah, well, I would say Singapore is one of the food capitals of the world. Truly a place where you can get a $2 meal or a $2,000 meal with over 40 Michelin star restaurants and hawker centers that are selling streets and snack food. It's just, it's an incredible place to eat. It's an incredible place to use food for diplomacy, and I'm proud to be here.
Well, I haven't had a chance myself to visit Singapore yet, but I hope I get there soon. And I have lots to eat when I'm there, and I would love if we could meet in person. I hope that happens. Anyway, Ambassador, I know how busy you are. Thank you so much for giving me just a few minutes of your time. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care, everyone.